Oddly enough, those sounds you're making fits the music I'm playing right now.
I was I was actually listening to it.
Nice.
So then that was I was like bopping to it. I was actually surprised that it was on
It
beat.
was. Alright, good afternoon, Foxtrots. Welcome to today's episode of Shrine Talk. Episode 30. It's going to be the last episode of Shrine Talk for this year, and this stream is also going to be the last stream of 2022 for me. Because for those who are Filipino, y'all know. But for those who
Yep.
don't know, typically during Christmas time or the weekend of Christmas, Filipinos usually go to their hometown where the rest of the family are and spend a lot of time.
Way too much.
Way too much time. Yeah, way too much time. For an introvert standard, yeah, way too much time. With other members of the family over the course of Christmas and New Year. So yep, I will be out of Metro Manila from tomorrow until next year. But don't y'all worry. I'll be back better than ever and whatnot. And of course, I'm pretty sure Blue will do the same.
Oddly enough, no. Not this year. I don't really have a province to go home to. But like they already did, but I couldn't because I had like work and I couldn't leave work.
Right.
They were very understanding though.
Okay, cool. Alright, now of course, Mutual Foxtrots and Blue Rillas. I am pretty sure all of y'all are familiar with both of us, but of course, for those who aren't, Blue, would you kindly introduce yourself for those who don't know?
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Dippinbloo, or y'all can call me Blue. I'm a cyberpunk VTuber all the way from Pacifica. Searching the lands for amazing opponents in fighting games. I like mashing buttons and making sure that everybody has a good time. But yeah, in relation to the topic today, though, before we actually do drop on in, I did work in music publishing, so I'm very well versed for anything copyright and anti-plagiarism kind of thing. So I'm actually really happy to be here today to talk about this.
Now, of course, as y'all can see in the bottom left, today's topic is AI art and why and how is it a problem. Now, might be confusing for some of you who did see the word how. Like, come on, it's pretty straightforward, right? Not exactly, because we'd be lying if we said that it's just plain and simple that AI art is a problem. Nope. Not that simple. That's why we are going to delve into this issue as unbiased as we can. But generally, our stance, I'll say it as early as now. Blue, what is your stance on AI art in the current circumstance that it is in?
In the current circumstance, the thing is, like, the machine learning algorithm behind it is so powerful. Especially, let's be real, the one that we're gonna be talking about for sure in specific is Lensa, right? Because the other ones are kind of laughable, like that AI anime art one for
The
for
Chinese
TikTok.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
Very racist.
yeah, that too. That too. I remember like Mudahar, one of my favorite content creators who's Indian, ended up turning white.
Whitewashed. Yeah, he was whitewashed.
Yep, it was so funny. But I think like Lensa is like a really good focus here. Because for me, my stand is as a person who is really anti, as long as you're making money out of something that's not yours, I'm very much against that.
Yeah.
Just my basic stance is like, sure, you can use it for fun or for personal reasons, but like, if you're gonna try to make money out of it, if you're a content creator of whatever kind, and you end up kind of using it, no, not just kind of using it, but actually using it to like, I don't know, grab clout, that's still in a way making money. But more details for it later on. But what's your stance?
Okay, well, I would say that my current stance is kind of very general when I perceive um anything related to AI. And just to like give an example, to some extent, even blockchain and NFT does have a very AI element to it,
True.
where the for example the monkeys, they are generated, they are procedurally generated through AI. Now, basically, my stance is that on the surface, at least intrinsically, there again, my favorite word, intrinsically, I think AI art is harmless. But I think the way that people are using it is what makes it very harmful.
Very true.
And to give a short version, like, do you remember the earliest form of viral AI art, which was the you put a word like "soul bad guy" in Tekken, and then it gave you very
Oh,
very
Crayon AI?
yeah, Crayon AI. See,
Yeah.
like that was for shits and giggles. It looked like um it was using algorithms and whatnot, but it wasn't literally boosting art that was copyrighted for or from artists or anything.
Exactly.
And it's practically unusable as a marketing purpose. It's really just for conceptualization and for shits and giggles. But recent AI art that has been used, while the sole benefit I see of it is it's good referencing material. Like, for example, if Blue wanted to make let's like let's say he wanted to make a VTuber based on Leo Whitefang, but he wanted to put him in like Japanese techwear. Now
Yeah.
that in itself is already very difficult for even a skilled artist to conceptualize. But if he fed it through an AI program, like Leo Whitefang Japanese techwear, and then from that he would hire an artist like, here's sort of the concept, but like, yeah, here's what I want, blah 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 blah. I think that is okay because one, Blue, especially, and of course, there are caveats which I will mention. One, Leo Whitefang, like, making fan art of a video game character is completely fine, and AI art of that is not entirely different. Number two, the techwear that he's getting is from the general concept of what techwear is. If, of course, the result gave him like a VTuber outfit, that's a whole different story. But essentially, where the issue comes into play is when you basically use AI art, and the AI art doesn't anymore use like original results from an algorithm, but it gets assets that has been copyrighted and trademarked by actual artists. That's already a big no-no. And to give an example, not like it has been done before, but this is a very egregious example. So, let's say Blue saw a fan art of Cassandra Alexandria by Artgerm, for example.
Okay.
Okay, by Artgerm. He uses the AI art to make his own, and suddenly he sees elements literally from Artgerm's fan art. That is not original content. That's not original art. That's already like using somebody else's hard work for said art. And of course, that's already harmful on its own. But number two, what's Blue gonna do with it? That's already like where the biggest part of the issue comes from. Like, if Blue were just to, I don't know, use it as a reference, then make his own art of it, okay. But
That's fine.
still kind of uncool that the AI art used official fan art from a licensed artist. But if Blue were to like use that in promotional material, that's already a big no-no. Because that art is not his or even the AI's. It's using the art from Artgerm without his permission. He may as well have just asked Archerm, "Hey, can I use your fan art, Alexander of Cassandra for this thing I'm doing?" Or just commission an artist. And again, I will say this now: it's not even a problem that AI art is doing such a good job of making art or making quote unquote better art than artists nowadays. It's how it does it. Is it using original conceptualization, original assets that you cannot find anywhere done by an official artist? No, it's not. Because AI art has evolved past that already. Like any kid can draw a soul bad guy as best as they can from Guilty Gear. That's fine. But once an AI can copy paste fan art, official fan art from an official artist, it's not okay. And that's exactly like the main crux of the issue that Blue and I are gonna tackle with today's topic, which is AI art. It's not AI art itself, but it's how it's being used and how it runs that is very problematic. Now,
I agree.
I'd like Blue to give a brief background on Lenza, was it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So okay, what I've learned so far is that Lenza is, again, as much as we love calling it AI, it's mostly a machine learning algorithm. It's a piece of software wherein you're supposed to submit like 100 to 50, 50 to 100-ish pictures of yourself, and you can pick a particular art style from a pre-existing artist to have that AI like draw it on, on that particular art style that you want it to be. So if you want to be like an anime husbando, or you want to make yourself look like some kind of some modern art without having to commission anyone, Lensa can totally do that for you.
You can already see the red flags just from that.
Exactly. There's a huge red flag in that because simply they added that into the algorithm. They added that into the machine learning algorithm
without the consent of the artists,
which is the worst part, right? And that's what Lenza is. And it fails. It's actually probably the more, I'll be honest to how cool I think it is because of how much of a technological breakthrough it is, because the results do come out pretty good. Like there's no denying to how good it looks, because like, oh wow, this is really impressive for.
So basically, if you see Blue's model right now, he'll probably hypothetically, using this program, he could easily put his model in the art style of Arc Sys fighting games or Guilty Gear Strive in particular. And Lensa will actually make a eerily good result.
Right.
Now, it's not even the result that we're worried about. No, it's cool. Because if you wanted to, you could do that, use it as a reference, and like, oh, so my model in the art style of Guilty Gear Strive will look like this. Okay, I'll try to recreate that. It's the fact that... I'm pretty sure you can finish this one for me.
It's the fact that you can end up using it beyond just reference.
There you go.
It's the purpose.
Yep.
This is where I think, I know you can step in for this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a matter of ethics.
Yep.
Like, I think there should be like some sort of strict implementation
There should be
of ethical use. Yeah. Exactly. But I was like thinking too, like, I've seen this. I've been complaining and been very vocal about this on Twitter. Whenever it cringes me to the core when a content creator uses it and uses the AI art in their own profiles, their Twitters, their Twitch, their Facebook gaming, their YouTube. Simply putting it as your display picture is already in itself marketing. Like, if I may parallel this to my past job, right? Because back then I used to work on copywriting and publishing for music. And my job is to assure like business establishments do pay like their royalties to particular labels if they're using particular pieces of music for their business establishments. And it's just fair to put a price on that simply because hey, you're running a business, and no matter how you undermine the use of music for your business, it still helps marketing your product. You know, the experience, the ambience is also part, also contributes to your revenue, to your profit for your business. So same goes pretty much with the whole AI art. You know, you're using someone else's work for your profit, for your growth. And I'm really not okay with that. And that's why quite recently I've been very vocal about it. I've spotted I've spotted a few content creators, oddly enough in Facebook gaming,
Ah.
where where they're oddly uneducated about this. But yeah, what's your take?
Well, to add to that, let's not forget
Mm,
all of this risk and whatnot is not even at your expense or the AI art's expense. It's the source material's expense.
that's right.
Like, you can get like the most hated person on earth and then use their photos in the art style of Street Fighter,
Mhm,
and that will already hit the image of Street Fighter. And like,
mhm.
even if it's minor, like you see the art style of Street Fighter in this guy, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
again, like, it's the fact that the AI, the program, the algorithm, is just boosting assets from official artists without their consent.
Mhm.
And there are so many instances of this happening. I would say widespread. I would say it's pretty widespread right now. That's what really concerns me.
It is.
And like the difference between AI art and say Getty images, for example, okay? Stock photos, stock audio, those are still like you pay for the license to use them.
Yeah.
And you could make your own. Like you could literally search up like business meeting in a coffee shop. You can use
Right.
that image and get your IRL friends to sort of recreate that to make your own stock image.
Right.
It's still like you cannot copyright the phrase or the concept or the idea of business meeting in a coffee shop. No. That's as much as copywriting the Bankai stance in every anime or video game or the Akira motorcycle thing. You
Yeah.
can't copyright that. You can't.
Yeah.
What you cannot do, however, is you cannot claim it. You cannot like recreate the act of the Akira bike thing and call it original.
Oh
No,
no.
the fan art itself is like, yeah, duh. Like, if you were to paint, say, if someone were to make a fan art of, like, V from Cyberpunk doing that on the Kusanagi motorbike, like, yeah, fan art. But that is
Yeah.
not, like, an original thing unique to Cyberpunk 2077. No, it's not.
Mhm.
The ones who made the original concept of that is freaking, um, the creators of Akira.
Mhm.
You just, yeah, you can make whatever fan art you want of that, and like I said, for Get the Images, you can recreate any image of the whole concept of business meeting in a coffee shop. You cannot like trademark or copyright that concept, but you
Yeah.
cannot claim that it is your own original thing and no one else can like use it. That's
Yeah.
just unfair business practice already.
It is.
And again, in the whole context of AI art, as Blue mentioned earlier, and as I'd like to add, AI art on its own intrinsically is not harmful, but it's how people have been using it that's very harmful.
Agreed.
And for people who are like, okay, how's it harmful? Gee, have you noticed that artists in ArtStation have literally been going on a fucking strike all over this? And funny enough, they already affected the algorithm. Because the algorithm of
I
Lensa
saw that.
has been
Yeah.
giving out very poor results now.
Yep.
And I'm just
I
like, suck it. No, like, again, do you see how egregious and imperfect Lensa is? It's literally just copy pasting assets from artists without, like, knowing, oh, that is the, like, you remember the shaft, the shaft pose in anime where they bend their head in a certain way? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
See? Like, AI art will see a lot of that, but will not even know what that is.
True.
Like, if Blue were to search Soul Bad Guy shaft neck, it will just it will just do that for so. But the AI art itself will not understand the nature of the shaft neck. It never will.
It never
So,
will.
if Artgerm started to add noise or distortions in his images, in his fan art to protect his art from AI art, AI art is just gonna be, yeah, that's Artgerm's art style. And people who are, like, very knowledgeable, no, it's not.
Yeah. It's not.
Everybody who knows Artgerm's art style is that Artgerm skirts in between the line of, like, hyper anime realism.
Yeah.
It's somewhere there. But
Yeah.
again, AI art will just never understand that because AI art doesn't operate on logic. It just doesn't. There are no. It doesn't operate under the same shackles that we do. It has no morals. It has no ethics. It has no logic.
Yeah.
It's literally a fucking machine. It's just built on purpose and intent.
That's
So
true.
AI art is just as guilty or as innocent as the person who uses it.
Exactly.
So, if you wanted to commission an artist and you don't know how to give them a proper image and how to properly describe what you want, you can use AI art that, God forbid, just please, does not steal from other people's artwork to help drive your point across so you can get original art. But anyhow, like,
Yeah.
Blue, you did mention the other day that you were trying to educate people on this. Shall I
Oh,
bring up that image now?
oh shoot! All right, you already brought it up. Okay.
No, I will. Do you want me to? Like,
yeah,
do you,
yeah,
all right.
definitely,
And let me just
definitely.
copy paste this on. All right. Really fucking.
Oh
I
boy,
swear to God.
this is
I'm just copying these links on a window because I'm gonna briefly display my.
this is kind of this is for me. This is
Main badge, audio output, game desktop there. Because I did the thing in OBS where you add it as a source and not built in. Anyway. All right, we got it. Okay.
all right. We back?
Yep, we're back. I can already see the audio mixer picking up everything.
Okay.
All right, so
Cool.
the images are small, but
You can zoom it in, I think.
Okay, sure, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna, like, make the image any clearer. But anyway, so
Oh well.
of course Blue had to censor this, which is fine.
Yeah.
All right, so can you provide context to this?
So these are streamers also. And quite recently these are people that I'm just kind of that quite honestly, I used to be connected to, but after seeing this, I'm just like, okay, yeah, no. So this one over here is, if you guys can see the censorship, this is literally a Facebook post over at their Facebook page of them using the Lensa art,
Mm-hmm.
and um it's unabashedly kind of terrible. So what you can see here is the blue one is the streamer in question, and the orange one on below is a friend of mine who happens to be an artist who's very, 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 very hurt seeing fellow friends and fellow content creators from our old circle using AI art. And they were
Yikes.
not really, she was not happy about it, right?
Shall I
They were
move
not
on to the
happy about,
next image?
um yes, what was sample 1.1, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, sorry, sample 1, my bad, not 1.1.
Oh, okay.
So sample 1,
Oh, good
yeah.
lord. Just reading the caption. I'll read the caption. So, I jumped on the Lensa bandwagon. I have to say it was worth it. These are really cool. Whichever one of these gets the most likes might even become our new profile pic. Friendly reminder, I won't be live today. Today I'll be adding the finishing touches to our new stream experience launching tomorrow. Link in the comments if you haven't joined us over there. It's going to be a day to remember.
It's disgusting. Like, it's clearly for marketing purposes. It's clearly for, it's stuff that we do on the daily as content creators, and I understand that, you want to reinvent yourself, and
And we get it. Like, finding an artist in your art style that you want that's affordable, difficult.
yeah. But like, I was even surprised. I didn't know that you had to pay Lensa, and I thought it was just free. Just toss in 50 pictures to yourself. Let the machine learning
I'm checking
algorithm
how
do its
much.
magic.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
god, no wonder people are willing to pay for it.
How much is it?
It's only $30 annually.
30 annually?
Yeah.
My goodness. Annually.
Annually.
Quite honestly, here's the thing I want to add too, right? Is that
I can't pay that for my conscience, man. I can't.
me neither. But here's the thing, like, people keep saying like the paywall is a bit too hard for people who are like creating art over at Twitter, Tumblr, or whatever, right? But like, I've worked with a bunch of people with commissioning. They have very flexible pay schemes to make it easier for you, right?
Yeah, you can pay like half and half or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You can pay someone, hey, here, just to get you started, I'll give you $20 up front, and then once the thing is done, I'll give you the full pay. That's what I do for my commissions for music, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, here, give me the first 50% of your down pay, or if you still can't afford that, just give me what you can, and then once it's done, I'll give it to you once you get your full payment done. It's very flexible.
Yep.
$30, quite honestly, for an upfront pay, that's still a bit high in a sense. But like, there are artists out there that are just happy enough to even receive $50 for a little bit of work.
Yeah.
And
like, average is like 30 for a bust up, 45 for half body, $60 for full body. That's usually like the standard for artists who don't want to scare clients, but they still need to make a good amount of money.
If you wanna go even cheaper, hell, go to Fiverr. Some of them are willing to do it for $5.
Which I will draw the line there, because again,
some of them are sketchy.
People who I have seen so many Twitter posts of like, why is it so expensive? It's not even that hard. Okay, first off, no tools, no opinion. Do you know how difficult it is to get to the level of the shit that artists have to go through? And you know what?
All the years of training.
You know what? Fuck it. Shameless plug. I don't fucking care. Shameless plug. I don't care. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Where the fuck is?
Go ahead. Plug it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking plug it in. Okay, I'm gonna fucking plug it in. Okay. You guys look at this shit. Hang on. I want y'all to look at this.
Okay.
This is the 2.0 concept art that I commissioned Unagi for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She needed... I don't know how many years she has studied art, but I'm pretty sure she worked pretty damn hard for that. I don't know if she paid for classes or whatnot, but let's assume that she did. So, learning how to do shit like this, already you have to pay for that. Number 2, the tools that you need. I don't know if she is using a touch screen or just a trackpad for drawing stuff. Already, like, that, it's still kind of pricey for a very decent one. Number 3, the app. If it's Clip Studio or an Adobe program or the other alternatives, still have to pay for that. Number 4, some of these brushes and patterns, some of them you have to pay for.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fine, because good luck manually. Sorry, let me just
like making those patterns on your own.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
so
are
hang on,
hard.
Let me open this image there. Good luck trying to manually brush that pattern on the left so you can apply it on the clothes. Good luck.
Right.
I wish you luck. So, Unagi also had to pay, hypothetically, let's assume that the artist charged a very generous fee of, say, $5.
Yeah.
Even as like someone who just, I'm not good at art, but would I pay for $5 for a brush like that? Hell yes, I would. Because no fucking way can I do that myself.
Exactly.
I can't do that shit myself. So yes, I would pay $5 from an artist. And hey, if someone tells me, what, that's so cheap, I'm like, tell that to the artist who charged it. So yes, see, all of that was paid for.
Yeah.
So, materials, so equipment, learning how to do it, the program, the assets. I paid just a small, I didn't even pay for that. What I essentially paid Unagi for was the time she spent doing this. That's it.
Exactly.
I paid for maybe the complexity of the design plus the time. And I did abide by her commission rules. So again,
which is very flexible, by the way.
Which is very damn flexible.
1.1 I'll show later. I'll discuss more too. But go ahead.
Follow her. Give her a shout out on the stream. Shameless
Hell
plug.
yeah.
My stream. I get to do it.
Go for it. I mean, I'm literally a product of her too. You know, there's the whole glowing eyes thing, completely my idea, but I'm like, there's no way this could have been executed if it weren't for like a professional hand. You know? Exactly.
So people really, I would say, artists are very underappreciated in my opinion.
Oh, true.
Artists are very much underappreciated, and I will say borderline, they are treated worse than they should be.
I agree.
People are treating their jobs like it's so easy. No, it's fucking not.
Exactly. And
it's an expensive art. Like, if anything, it's literally an investment. Like, and again, not to compare, but even streamers and content creators, people don't see what they do behind the scenes. The equipment, the rig, conceptualization of content, the games that we buy to stream for you guys. And most people are doing this shit for free.
Exactly.
They're not even doing like subscriber only streams, no. Most of them do it because it's fun. But you know, it wouldn't hurt to make some money off of it. Now, if Unagi wanted to be completely professional about it, she could have priced it at a higher price and it would still be fair.
That's true. Oh, Nagi sent something in stream chat.
Oh my god, wait, I want to see this. I want to show this to you guys that Unagi just sent. Alright, let's take a look at this. A tale of two communities, one in it for the money and passion, skill, or love to the craft, one and the other is the most passionate, supportive, helpful around.
So cringe.
Oh
Oh my god. That's so cringe, dude. Holy
Freak.
shit. Really goes to show it's really into personality too.
Do you see that? Look at the third image on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Selling AI art legal.
Wow, you can't do that. You fucking can't do that. What does that even mean? That's so frustrating, dude.
And this is why whenever I commission artists, I ask for 2 copies. The original copy and 1 copy with a watermark. As egregious as possible.
Right. I should do that too.
Always ask for a watermark.
A watermark version.
Yep. I want one just without it, just for my personal like collection, whatever. The other one for promotion of the artist must have a watermark. I don't want it to be stolen and used or repurposed without the consent of me or the artist.
Right. I should do that. I should.
Always. So, yep, my advice, Foxtrots, when you commission artists for anything, especially if it's like art, ask them for 2 copies.
Gotcha.
Ask them for a copy of like the original art that you want, and one with a watermark, and encourage them to make it as intrusive as possible, to be honest.
Yeah.
Make it very intrusive. Make it very difficult for people to use it for their own... I don't know,
for their own use.
For their own use, yeah.
For their own business use.
Alright, so, would you like to explain the sample 1.1?
Sample 1.1. I named it 1.1 because it's the same person from sample 1. And the yellow guy is just some random guy, random content creator commenting on how it looks awesome. It really cringes me to the core because the black censored one, that's the same guy from I'm gonna go jumped into the bandwagon, blah blah blah. What really cringed me to the core, he even mentioned that great feature for creators.
Oh my god.
That's the part that really cringed me to the core. At least I kind of got a picture of how it's done. Again, it's a machine learning algorithm. This is how even like, the controversy of deep fakes were done, wherein you have to like submit like hundreds of photos and really push the machine to learn it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just mind blowing to me that this is coming out from a casual conversation in a comment section in Facebook. It's disgusting. It's like for me, look, if you're doing this in a casual conversation on your personal Facebook profile, I think this is okay. But if you say something like great feature for creators, fuck you hard. Like I can't I don't have any better words for people like this.
They deserve to be crucified and castrated.
I agree. I 100% agree. The only reason why I don't want to show the names is because I do not
because people can be very violent and like dox them, death threats. No,
I'm not into that. But it's just that what really creeps me out about content creator in black in the black censorship is that if I go through the rest of the comments, it really feels very cult like.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so like it felt very cult like. Everybody in the comment section is like, oh my god, this looks great, you look great in this one, oh my god, hot sweating emoji with tongue out, it's so hot. I'm like, I think as a content creator, I think it's always your responsibility to like research on trends first before jumping into it. Like before I became a VTuber, I kind of wanted to like look into what the culture is first. Like I don't want to intrude. I don't want this fleshy body to suddenly just jump on in without knowing what the culture is.
I just noticed that tag you have on your left chest.
Yeah. I wanted to put that there. Right? So it's, for me, like, it's so important to be responsible as a content creator, because this is harming fellow creators. You
Because
know?
it's as if it's basically the Troy Baker situation all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there was a time where Troy Baker actually supported AI that generated like audio clips using like actual voice actors just by listening to voice clips that they used and then generating lines that you could feed. Like
Mm-hmm.
that is fucked up.
Yeah, I
When
agree.
people do that for fun, like say on a soundboard, like with SpongeBob and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's harmless because
It's SpongeBob.
we are using it like Chaos and Elmo are using it very responsibly. They're not
Mm-hmm.
saying very sussy stuff with that.
Yeah.
But imagine if an AI just watched one stream of Blue and then somebody was able to get the database and then pick a voice, Dippinbloo, and
Oh boy.
then typed DNF Duel sucks. And then
Ah,
posted on Twitter, Blue doesn't support DNF Duel, here's my proof.
no.
You
Oh
see like
God.
why that is a
Yeah.
major problem.
Yeah. The it's again like it's all in a matter of ethics in the end of the day. I believe though that due to the constant evolution, like what you mentioned, like AI anything isn't exactly intrinsically wrong. It's
It
how
isn't.
people use
I
it, right?
honestly think it isn't intrinsically.
It could be improved, right? It can be improved. Like for me, if I were to like throw in a suggestion for like anybody who's like a software engineer for all of these machine learning algorithms,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be okay to like code in some level of ethics on the AI. Like, say for example, one of the ideas that popped in my head, like if you really, really, really have zero choice, you can't approach the artist that you want. Their commissions are always closed, and I can't really find a way to like get their art for me. One of the things that I really think of like what can make AI art ethically correct is if their database is mostly based out of royalty free art.
Royalty free stuff, yeah.
Yeah. For me, if their database is just based out of that, I would have zero problem with
I
this. I wouldn't
mean,
have shot anyone on the knee with that.
and there are some music streaming programs that you can actually pay for that actually just feeds you like royalty free music that you can use for streaming, editing. It's
Mhm,
fine.
mhm. Exactly. Most of the time, my streams, right? I use royalty free music or video game music because those have ambiguous copyrights. It's not under a particular label.
It's
Or
not
in
like used
yeah,
for commercial use, but most video
yeah,
game music can be used for creative use, which falls under streaming and content creation.
exactly, exactly. And there's laws to that.
Yep.
And I guess like eventually it would be great to just find a way to like um create laws for all of these machine learning algorithms.
Yep.
It's you know the like what you mentioned, the AI voice thing. That's fucking creepy. I've seen
Yes.
how Adobe can do that. Oh my god. And I don't think AI can pick up the me my voice scratching up like that. But even more concerningly, things like deep fakes. It's I think in the end of the day, it's also a responsibility for the software engineers to really pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to just put in a particular code that will make your machine learn the ethics behind it. You know?
One of the popular use of deepfakes that I actually approved of was when a fan member of the Uncharted community.
Hmm.
This was during the whole um buzz when they were making an Uncharted live action film.
Hmm.
And people were like, there's only one person you should hire for Nathan Drake, and that's Nathan Fillion. Because Nathan Fillion was in a fan movie
Right.
of Uncharted, and he looked exactly like Nathan Drake.
Right.
So what they did to help like drive the point was they got a cutscene from the game and they replaced Nathan Drake's face with Nathan Fillion's.
Right.
I think that is okay because one, again, this is where caveats come in, and this is something that the AI will never take into consideration. Because all it takes is a certain circumstance where one rule or one law doesn't apply, and then suddenly it applies. So the reason why this is okay is because one, Nathan Fillion was already in a similar line of field of content where he was in a fan made movie, or sorry, fan made film of Uncharted.
Right.
So yeah, he's being used in the same context, and it's a fan made not for commercial purposes or anything, but if anything, it was to promote.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said, they used deepfake to replace Nathan Drake with Fillion. And hang on, let me bring up the image real quick. Let
Go
me bring
ahead.
up the video real quick and pause. Just how like, of course, it's still quite uncanny, I would say, but it was made to drive a point. Okay, so I have it here. Let me just show it to you guys real quick. So look, the one on the left is Nathan Drake, and the one on the right is Nathan Fillion.
Huh.
Like, it's really just to show like there is no one else perfect for Nathan Drake than the guy on the right.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Now, where am I going with this? Again, my whole point is that the AI art, we have to remember this. Like, AI art or most things man-made or where AI is involved, intrinsically harmless.
Yes.
But in the circumstances they are in, it's where we have to put caveats. So, with that in mind, like I said, I already told you a very dangerous example where somebody could just, instead of, again, look, one of our close friends, Vincent Vaguely, very skilled voice actor, aspiring voice actor. If the AI voice thing, like, went full steam, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Why?
True.
Like, why would people, like, why would, even if he's charged generously because he was starting off voice acting career, like, if he charged, say, $10 to say something for 30 seconds or a minute, which honestly I would, and I would say kind of too cheap in my opinion. But anyway, no one would charge him that. Well, no one would pay him that because they just use the AI program and get someone popular to say a line for them instead.
Yep.
So what's the point? What's
It's
the whole damn point? And the more dangerous part, if say that voice AI thing got his like voice programmed in, somebody can just feed a sentence, a very controversial sentence, over and over and over again until they get a result that is uncannily like straight from Vincent's mouth.
Yep.
And just post it
Without
with
and plus
with
without the consequence.
without consequence. Without consequence. At Vincent's expense. It's always at the expense of the person who is like without consent being used for this little program.
Exactly. And that's scary.
And that's
to think
very,
about.
very scary.
Unless there are changes made as soon as possible. Because while the technology is fresh, it can still develop. You know, like we can always make an interest like a machine that can really create moral decisions for you whenever it comes to these kind of things. Like, yeah. Um, for me, I again like if if it's just used for whatever profiting that you're gonna make, you're a scumbag. Use
Yep.
it casually for shits and giggles, that's okay, right? Music, even for, I think you. Oh, sorry. Just to jump off topic, I did find this article a while ago too. Like, it's starting to get into gaming too. Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
I saw the article prior to getting into the voice chat a while ago. Like, oh, I don't know if I should play this game anymore. I kind of wanted to.
High on life.
Yeah. High on life. I'm like,
Now again,
huh.
Foxtrots. Just
I wanted to check on
for
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Foxtrots. As a disclaimer, right now the issue is still fresh, so at this
Yeah.
point it's just allegedly. Okay,
Okay.
allegedly. But
Thank goodness.
for those who need to know the context, High on Life allegedly
Oh my
is
goodness.
using AI imaging and AI voice acting.
Oh my goodness. Are you transitioning to? I haven't seen it yet. Like, I've seen like how it looks like. It's just assets on the background, right?
So far, but let's see
Oh
if
my
it has
goodness.
updated.
Oh my goodness.
It's still a most of this are still a day old.
I want this to develop more.
Yeah.
I kind of looking forward to, like, oh my god, what would Justin Roiland say? Kind of look up to you, man. I kinda
Oh
look up.
dear.
Oh no.
I can see examples as to why it may use AI art, and I'm just like, oh dear.
Really? Oh boy.
Oh, wait, this is one article, but I need another article that quoted him.
Right.
Because that's very, very important.
That is so.
Now again, I want to say allegedly, but the creator
Yeah.
himself was the one who mentioned. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna transition. So, y'all look at this image, and it's a telltale sign of AI art. Very AI.
Oh shit.
One sec. It's loading.
Yeah, I saw it barely a little bit.
Barely, but yeah. There you go. Look at that. Look at the face.
Oh my.
Yeah, look at the face on the sheriff thing.
Yeah.
That is AI art. That is
Yeah,
definitely AI art.
Oh my goodness. This ain't right.
Yes.
Royland, what the fuck?
Yes. Now, his statement is what drives the concern, like what makes it very concerning. Because
Yeah.
this is the caption, this is the quote that they use for the caption. We used it to come up with weird, funny ideas. You see, that's the thing. There's nothing harmless about that, but the fact that you used it on a game that people paid for, what the fuck? And I do not like this particular quote. I am highlighting it. Royland further stated his confidence in AI's use in game development in the future. Oh my god. AI is going to be a tool that has the potential to make content creation incredibly accessible. Developers, please do not listen to this madman. Don't.
No.
You don't. You. This. No. I could pay Unagi to make a better poster than this.
It's odd because, like, wouldn't it be just
And
better?
this is a game developer and the fucking creator of Rick and Morty. Where was this high IQ that I was told about? Where is it? I don't fucking see it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That is
Royland.
Oh my god.
That is not
This
okay.
is not the future of gaming.
It's not. Oh my god.
General fun use, okay. Use in an actual like product or service that you are selling for people?
Hold the fuck
No.
up. Hold the fuck down.
Absolutely not. No. You do
No.
not do that. You just don't.
Jesus
The fact
Christ,
that
Royland.
this is a well-reviewed game, and it was only after the release that he said, haha, by the way, we used AI for the voice acting and the art. I'm like, what?
So wait, I didn't know it was also the voice acting. I thought it was just only the art in the back.
No.
Oh, that's just allegedly.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so scummy. Oh, that hurts
The thing
me.
is, like, the creator even revealed that it uses AI generated art and voice acting.
Oh,
Now look,
no.
here's one thing I only found out recently. Did any of you
Okay.
watch Top Gun Maverick?
I haven't.
There's only one scene that used AI voice acting, and actually it's completely understandable.
Okay.
Now look, Iceman, Val Kilmer's character, and in Maverick has throat cancer, which fits because he too has throat cancer IRL.
Right.
But he speaks in the movie. But IRL, his throat cancer is bad enough that he can't even speak. So, they needed him to speak to deliver a scene dramatically, which, again, understandable. I'm pretty sure, like, he gave them the ghost signal because, like, yeah, I'd love to talk with throat cancer, but I really fucking can't. So, they probably used this AI program to get his voice from previous movies and then edited it so it sounded like he had throat cancer. That's fine. That's fine. It was for one scene. The circumstances made it necessary to use AI.
Right.
It was necessary. But this, there is no excuse. I don't know how much money Rick and Morty has made, but he must have more than enough money to pay a decent wage for artists and voice actors.
I'm sure.
A
Rick
lot
and Morty
of
has
the
been going on
current
for like
voice,
how many years?
a lot of the current voice actors didn't even get their big break until like several titles. Like Laura Bailey, before she was even in the more popular games, you know what was her first gig? Blood Rain.
Oh yeah.
That was her first gig. Not to say that Blood Rain was a bad game, but it wasn't one of the big games.
Right.
So once she started getting viral and good praise from game devs, that's when other games were like, you know what, we should hire her. She's pretty good. Even a lot of voice actors now, like the voice actor for Byleth, male Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. His gigs before that were pretty small. Now he voices, like, if I'm not mistaken, he voices the male traveler in freaking Genshin Impact. That's big!
Yeah.
And he's still getting big roles now. So again, these voice actors started small and now they are big. With AI voice acting, that will never happen.
Yikes.
That will never ever happen. It never will.
Freaking yikes. Oh my goodness.
It's disgusting. And the fact that the way that he worded it is also what disgusts me.
Yeah.
Has the potential to make content creation incredibly accessible. Translation, incredibly affordable. It's not that it's... No. Content creation is very accessible nowadays.
Yeah.
You know why? You look at YouTube Shorts. Back then, YouTube, you needed a good damn camera and like a good set and a good now YouTube Shorts, you just need a phone. You need a phone. You just need a phone to make 30-second content that can get very fucking viral. And YouTube already added like a way for like content creators to get like, you know, paid there just from YouTube Shorts. And you look at Twitch, they lowered the restrictions or the requirements to get to affiliate.
That's
and
true.
They even like decreased the payout you need to get money. Content creation is very accessible now. Sure, the competition is big, but the best part is that everyone can get in.
Exactly.
Everyone can get in on this. Even when it comes to game development, yes. Sure, it depends on your budget, but there are a lot of apps and programs there that will help you get started. And hell, Unreal Engine is open source. Anyone can use it.
Unreal Engine and Unity, right?
Yes, Unreal Engine and Unity is open, so anyone can use it to make their own thing. With already really great assets that they don't have to make. And you look at Vroid. You can't pay an artist to like make a really good live 2D model. Make your own in Vroid.
Exactly.
You can probably pay someone familiar with the program to build you a model because you just can't understand, you can't wrap your head around it. That's fine.
That's what I did.
But you can. You don't need to pay $4,000 for a 2D model. No, you can get started with something smaller.
Exactly.
The problem with this mentality that Royland is introducing is that he wants to he's basically shortcutting things. No. To quote the man, Kratos, I know these shortcuts. Shortcuts have a price. And this is a very dire price. Guys, on Steam, High on Life is sitting at very positive. On one end, yay, a good game. On the other hand, this game is riding its success on one, like, okay, I haven't played the game. I haven't watched the game because I honestly do not like anything that has to do with Rick and Morty or by the creators. But look, if it's fun for people to play, great. What doesn't sit well with me is that it is using AI voice acting and imaging for in-game assets. That is not right. Now here's the thing. The message, unless explicitly stated, can be taken in a different light depending on the person and on the industry. And this is a big problem. So, on one end, there are people like most of us who are very critical, who will say like, okay, this is a pretty fun game, but the use of AI, very dangerous. Another message, however, that I'm sure most people will defend and like plant a flag on a hill is that you can make a successful game using AI imaging and voice acting. And they wouldn't even be wrong with that statement. Because High on Life just proved it. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Because over the course of how many years, games have evolved based on trends that we have basically expressed to the industry. Why were DLCs and microtransactions very popular? Because we ate that shit up.
Yeah.
Gachas, loot boxes. You look at the success of gacha games. Every damn game was looking to replicate that. Why? Because it was successful.
It was profitable.
And it saved them money. Or if it didn't save them money, it earned them more money.
That's true.
Now, when you don't need a budget for an artist or artists or voice acting or a voice acting director, it's a lot of money you can save if you just pay $30 a year for AI imaging Lensa. And I don't know what AI is used for voice acting, but I'm pretty damn sure it's cheaper than paying real people. Now again, if there's something that we have been drilled into for business ethics, just because it's not legal doesn't make it like... just because it's legal doesn't make it right. Is there
Yes.
any law or rule about using voice acting, AI voice acting in imaging? Because the program is so young, no.
Mm-hmm.
There are no strict guidelines about this. Because AI in imaging and voice acting is still a very young thing. So people haven't like grasped like the serious ramifications of using this widespread.
Mm-hmm.
But people are using it widespread without the consequence.
Exactly.
And that is the second part of the topic. How is it a problem? That is how it is a problem. People are using it, but they are not using it responsibly.
Yeah. It's. I think. I think in the end of the day, it's very important to point out that the growth of this kind of technology is absolutely concerning. You know, we all knew when everybody started jumping on the bandwagon of cryptocurrency, NFTs, and that kind of stuff, right?
Oh wait, sorry. Before you continue, there was one thing I wanted
Oh
to
yeah.
add. A
Okay,
few
go ahead.
months ago, there was an AI imaging program called Fantasy something.
Okay.
It's not the Chinese one. People actually, to my knowledge, and just from my observation, did use it responsibly. You know why? Every time they posted the results, they always mentioned that it was AI art. And from what I've heard from tweets or seen, is that they just use pure algorithm and not boosting from other assets.
That's good. That
That's
should be
using
the case.
something dangerous responsibly.
Yeah. That's better. That should have been the case this whole time.
But with how people are using Lenza, as Blue mentioned, and how high on life just used it,
Yeah.
is very concerning.
True.
Because I can't even deny what he said when he quoted AI is going to be a tool that has the potential to make content creation incredibly accessible. He is absolutely right. He is absolutely right with that statement. But is this concerning? Oh, absolutely. It is very concerning. It is very, very concerning. Like, again, but Yoko, isn't that gatekeeping? No. Because this is doing more damage to the industry than being able to make shit. Because there's a big difference. Like, the fighting game community is very guilty of that. Gatekeeping.
Oh yeah, we are.
Is letting more people play fighting games detrimental? No! Absolutely not.
Not.
We need more people. We need more people.
Yeah.
Game development, though. In what manner is it very dangerous to let more people, oh, that's easy, when they fucking shortcut everything? Not paying, hiring artists, not paying, hiring voice actors? Like, I don't know. It's very sad for me to say this, but I would say Game Freak is more morally aligned than High on Life. Their game is buggy as shit on release, full price, but hey, they didn't get AI voice acting for the cutscenes.
They didn't get voice acting.
Because they just wanted to cut budget. They didn't want to pay for that shit. But they didn't skirt around it and like, you know what? Let's get an AI voice act. No, they actually had the restraint, the control to not do that.
Right.
So see, on one end, Game Freak was just too cheap and too greedy. On the other, Royland was both too greedy, too cheap, and too fucking lazy.
Which is, it comes to make you think, right? Which one's the worst? But I think in the end of the day, I think whatever Royland is trying to come up with is definitely worse.
It's definitely worse. It's definitely worse.
Yeah.
Because
it's the worst part of the...
Because Pokemon Scarlet Violet is just corporate greed. This, what Royland has done, this is changing the foundation of gaming that is very, very dangerous.
Yes.
I am very afraid to say this, but this may not be the last. This is the first, but this may not be the last game that uses AI imaging and AI voice acting.
Yep.
Out of spite, any game developer hearing this, please prove me wrong.
Please, I agree.
Invite you, and I wholeheartedly accept the L if I am proven wrong that this is the first and last we will see of AI imaging and AI voice acting in a game. Please. I would never be more happier. I would never be happier to be proven wrong.
Like, to add to that, right? It's just that sometimes what scares me is just the rapid growth of technology is totally blurring the lines of what is morally correct when it comes to creating more technology as it grows.
Yeah.
Clear-cut example, definitely cryptocurrency, NFTs. They've always been, so ridiculously ambiguous. They did kind of help some people at some point, but eventually people took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think same goes for AI, right? Cryptocurrency isn't intrinsically wrong. It's how people use it.
Procedurally generated stuff can be applied in certain circumstances for really good benefit. But when it was applied in the nature that NFTs were, bad.
Oh boy, bad. Definitely bad. Exactly.
Corpos will regret it when they run out of creative talent as they step out of their industries. And you see, Shika, the thing is, AI art uses actual creative talent as a reference.
Yes.
Once the creative talents are pissed to their minds, good luck getting decent results from AI. Because ArtStation already proved it. That Lenza isn't perfect. With just the recent like strike. Hang on, Unagi gave me an image. Just copy the link.
Okay.
Here. This is the result that most AI. This is the kind of result most AI art programs are getting because of what happened in ArtStation. Look at that.
Yeah.
See?
That genuinely made me happy. that genuinely made me happy, dude. Like, good on them that they're, good on the artists who have been really pulling the punches quite recently. Have been really pushing it. It's a good thing. And then they were pissed.
Understandably so, by the way.
Yeah. But good on them. Like, they could have fixed it. They could have at least added a fucking moral coding to it. But there you go. It's always a good thing that the awareness is spread and it shows in results, right? And whenever these kind of results do show up, that should be a red flag for anybody who starts using this for commercial purposes. It should be like, yeah.
This is how unbiased we are trying to be, chat. Blue worded that sentence as fair as he could. When it is used for commercial purposes, because he is adding, like, it's exactly how it applies. You can't, like, stuff as very fragile and volatile and dangerous as AI programs can be used harmlessly only at certain circumstances. And because AI doesn't know when, because it can't rationalize. AI cannot rationalize. We can. Now, for those who say, but you can't teach AI to rationalize, to some extent you can.
Yes.
You know why? Look, people don't know this, but Crash Bandicoot, the classic ones, had a built-in programming that increased the difficulty of the game as you did better.
Yes.
And then it decreased the difficulty as you did poorly. So, that means that the AI was taught, hey, if the player is not screwing up, make it harder. But if the player is screwing up, make it easier. Like replace this box with a checkpoint, replace that checkpoint with a box, or remove it. So an AI can be taught things. I'm sure Walt Disney would strangle the man who thought AI was a good idea. Dude, there is one person I know who would cut a motherfucker with a katana. Hayao Miyazaki would cut a motherfucker with a katana. You guys, I invite all of you to look at that clip of this animation team that was trying to pitch like computer generated images as animation, and the look on his face and the tone of his voice says everything.
You're loading it up?
No, I'm not loading it.
Okay.
I invite all of you guys to watch that. Easily searchable on YouTube or Google. And the team was so distraught when they heard that. And the comments were like, did you really expect this man to support that? Do you really expect artists to openly support AI art in the way it's being used now? And look, Troy Baker tried to support AI voice acting. Look where that went. Because of the harsh negative feedback that he got, he had to do a 180. And that's Troy Baker. Yes, Troy Baker. One of the most proficient, biggest male voice actors in the voice acting industry. Yes, of all people. If anything, his celebrity status made it even worse. It made the issue and the controversy even that more concerning and disgusting. How much do they pay? I don't know how much he was paid to promote that, but practically the entire voice acting industry, even colleagues of his, were insulted by that.
Wow.
Like, again, how can you, with a sound mind and a clean heart, support that? Like, can AI art replace artists? No. I honestly think not. They can't.
Definitely
They
not.
honestly can't. Because look, this argument was used like for a long time. Look, what is the difference between a Xerox copy of like what is the difference between the Xerox copy of like the Scream, that famous painting of the Scream, and the Scream that's on a frame in the museum? It's not the art.
Yeah.
It's the history behind it.
True.
AI cannot replicate that. You can buy replicas of that painting for cheap. But the genuine piece of art that has history behind it, it's worth millions.
Agreed.
See? So again, and we see this every day. You know why? Look at trading card games. I used to be very deep in trading card games. Look, why is it that misprints or certain cards are so expensive?
Oh God.
Not even because they are good or bad cards.
They're one
Like
of a kind.
hypothetical, for example, if say Blue and I fought in a trading card game tournament, and Blue and I were both using meta decks, but I beat him using a shitty card, but I knew how to use it.
Yeah.
It would shoot up the value of that card.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the history of that card. That card was not supposed to be like worth millions or whatnot. There's a history behind that.
Yeah.
So again, same goes for something like Evo Moment 37. You can do that in your living room. You can do that in an online lobby. You can do that in your local tournament. But the original moment in Evo on that year with the very low budget setup, you cannot recreate that. The tension, the intensity, the atmosphere, you can't. You just can't. The history behind it's like a Renaissance painting. You can just watch the original in awe, and the magic is there.
Agreed.
And that is something that AI will never ever be able to replicate. Never will.
Agreed.
You know why? Because you'd actually like have to program it, and it's still very artificial. I mean, it's practically intrinsic in nature. It's artificial.
Soulless.
Artificial does not mean fake. No. Artificial, in a very humanistic sense, is in what Blue said. It's without a soul.
Yeah.
Like, again, this is why, and to answer the other part of the topic, why is AI art a problem?
It kills the soul, baby.
Not just kills the soul.
Mhm.
It's because we are approving of its use. And when I say we, I'm talking about the whole scene, the community.
Yep.
It removes the need to pay for human labor. I'm all for making labor a lot less stressful, for sure. But at the expense of someone's livelihood, I cannot live with that. I cannot live with that.
Agreed.
Now look, AI driving cars, a very old concept, but very imperfect.
Fair.
It's still not even widespread use. This is very young, very dangerous. It's already in widespread use. We're not even talking about like actual straight up plagiarism or whatnot. But if anything, if you have difference in opinion or whatnot, if you need a perfect example, in my opinion, this is the perfect example of why AI art is a problem. High on Life. That game. Because on one end, people who've played this game are like, the humor is Rick and Morty humor, but it's a fun game. See, as someone who is very critical when it comes to games, when someone tells me it's a fun game, I'm like, it's a good game then. If people are having fun with the game, even if I don't like it, even if I have issues with it, that's good. But now that we know that one, allegedly, and two, it was revealed by the creator himself that he used AI art not just to conceptualize stuff that they put in the game, they used AI art to put stuff in the game as assets and for AI voice acting. And this game is getting shit tons of praise. Not just from journalists, but from actual like consumers of the product. Is very concerning. Because we are critical here. We have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But the message on the surface, this is the message on the surface that people will see. And when I say people, I mean the industry. This is the message. You can make a game with AI art and voice acting and people will buy it and it's gonna be successful. Is there anything factually wrong in that statement? No. But is there something morally and ethically wrong in that statement? Absolutely fucking yes.
Yep.
Wait a fucking minute. That game was made through an AI.
Not the whole game.
Not the
Some
whole
assets.
game, but several in-game assets and voice acting. The most egregious part was the voice acting because I thought AI voice acting was like dead in the water for like official commercial use. I honestly thought that was a done deal. The fact that it was still used in High on Life is very, very concerning. It's not even funny. And I swear to God, if a Rick and Morty fan tells me I need a high IQ to see humor in that, you can you can fuck off.
Agreed.
You can fuck off.
I don't think that's no longer a meme.
I honestly hope that your beloved show eventually becomes the product of nothing but AI. I'll see if you like it.
Yep. I mean, quite recently, not gonna lie, everything has been very soulless in that series quite recently. And for me, you know, it actually kind of blew my mind knowing that High on Life was actually some of the assets were made out of AI, and that really breaks my heart because I personally am a Rick and Morty fan myself. Well, for the first 3 seasons, but like, that's generally upsetting. That's generally upsetting. But yeah, for me, as again, like a firm.
I also don't like the reasoning he said.
Yeah.
Explained, AI art makes the game feel like a strange alternate dimension. Isn't that what every freaking video game is?
Exactly.
It just... I'm sorry, like, again, for the legitimate Rick and Morty fans, this must be killing you. You guys are trying your best to defend. Like, it's a really good show. You really need high IQ for it. Can you please explain then this quote-unquote high IQ statement from the creator of the series? AI art makes the game feel like a strange alternate dimension. Isn't every story narrative-driven game or every video game in general a strange alternate freaking dimension?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. Since we are all streamers, didn't we at some point call needy streamer overload a streamer simulator? It is a strange alternate dimension, yes! Because it's a fucking video game.
Exactly. Video games have always been known to just literally, like what Kappa said in the chat, escapism. You know? What kind of high level IQ requires that? Real quick side note though. If you're hearing boxes in the background, I just received a package.
Yeah, I do.
I got the Street Fighter perfume.
Nice. So are you gonna smell like 623?
Let me see what Shoryuken smells like. I'm about to
please.
open it.
Yeah, please give a live review of what it smells like.
Just a commercial break for everybody in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the bullshit Blaze. There's so much plastic.
Like? What's it smell like?
I wonder if you can make AI perfume. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready? The box is now open. The plastic has now been opened. There's so much plastic in my room right now. And here's the box. Let's see the actual product. Oh my god, it's such a good looking bottle. It looks like a flask.
How good does a wake up super smell like? Alright, come on, Blue. Tell us. How's it smell? And just for our Strong? Oh dear.
Oh my god, wait.
There you go, guys. That's what a wake up DP smells like. Fucking strong.
wait. I'm gonna go spray it on myself right now, real quick.
Right. Spray some on your wrist. Sniff it.
Yeah. Okay. That is really good.
Wow. And how much did it cost you?
That is a manly smell.
How much?
That's like without shipping, it was just like 700 pesos.
Whoa.
And I think they're on sale right now, but it took them a while to deliver it.
That's pretty affordable.
It is. Ooh. Whoa! That actually smells good when you spray it. I'm sorry, it just choked me to death a
Unagi,
while
kindly
ago.
do the honors, please. Thank you.
Lol. Um, I think he means that by with irony. That's Raijin.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, I think Raijin's a homie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Raijin's a homie. This person is not sus.
Okay.
Oh, oh, that actually is. I'm sorry, that smells good.
It
Oh,
actually
I can.
smells good.
I'm surprised. Okay, not gonna lie, the container looks ugly as
Yep,
fuck.
I'm being sarcastic. Okay, Regin Fox, thank you.
We're just clarifying.
I nearly banned a homie. I sincerely apologize.
It's okay. Don't worry. He shows up in my spots. Holy shit, this smells great. Okay, okay.
AI art generator, AI music generator, AI voice generator. Oh my god, that is so fucking
there
cheap.
here's the thing, right? Another point of the argument that some people use is like, oh, but musicians do it all the time. They steal concepts and stuff like that. And isn't AI art kind of similar? I'm like,
No.
no. No. Like with music, right? When you use motifs, when you try to take particular melodies, that's not exactly stealing. Or, in art basis, if you're stealing someone's stroke style, that's not really stealing.
No.
That's not. It's the end product. That's what matters. It's the end product on how you make it. I can say, right, if you were to create a software that will make art for you, but has a very particular style where it doesn't take people's work. If it's just pure AI doing the stroking, it's pure AI doing the drawing, right? Okay, wait, the smell is going around my room. It's getting stronger. But like, if it's growing around your room, oh, sorry, not this fudge, my brain. If it's an AI that's just drawing things for you already, I think that should be okay. It doesn't have to take ideas from everything else. We do that already as artists. We do that already as musicians, right? I mean, the idea behind my model, took ideas from Cyberpunk, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm straight up from Cyberpunk. It's simple. It's if again, like what you mentioned a while ago, if Crash Bandicoot can adjust difficulty throughout the game for the player, shouldn't be able to have like a little off switch
By the
when
way,
you start noticing?
Crash Bandicoot. When was it first released? Crash Bandicoot release. The first one was released 1996. 1996. 26 years ago. A quarter of a century. They already had that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me 25, 26 years later we don't have more sophisticated programming than that?
Mm-hmm. It should be there. It should be there. I don't think it's hard.
Again, we are not professionals. We don't know how hard it is. But we are using this as a benchmark. Crash Bandicoot did that shit 26 years ago. You're telling me we can't do better than that 26 years later?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're already in peak position. We're already in peak position on putting code. I'm not a software engineer by any means of it, right? But I understand something as simple as that, as an off switch, or something that can, put things on the side and make you, things on the side. They'll make exemptions. Exemptions is the thing you can put in code. What's stopping them from actually thinking of doing that? It's not that hard. But yeah, I think again, like what the damage in the end of the day is the message this is putting out. If people are going to be it's important for people like us to keep having our voices thrown out there, because I believe like what happened with the what Unagi sent you is definitely a good product of rebelling against the unethical use of this. it's very important to never shut up about it. Because yeah, big people like Royland, the streamers we presented a while ago from Facebook, making it look like it's completely okay, is something we should voice out and really police. You know, we have to voice it out. We have to say it without doxing people. I think it's very important not to dox.
Yep,
But
and do
like,
note before people tell me it's not gonna work. Troy Baker tried and he failed. We can do it again.
mm, exactly,
If enough people talk against it, it's gonna happen. Troy
exactly.
Baker and one of the lead singers from Linkin Park tried to promote NFTs and AI voice acting. They got shit on.
Hmm.
We just need the right people on our side.
True that. True that. But
So
I think this is thing. But for me, I really think in its current situation, it's still something that us small people, us middle class people, can just keep talking about.
yeah.
Never shut up about it. Never.
Yes. Now here's
I.
the thing. So in general, AI art for like the general use, like right now, it has to be treated with care. Like it has to be used very, very, very carefully. Very fucking carefully.
Mhm.
Because again, we do not want to send the wrong message to the community where even though we are using it just for fun, the only message they're gonna see is that it's okay to for it to be used. Like I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that Tekken can, for example, use Lenza to see how Kazuya will look like in Guilty Gear Strive. But they don't want to do that. For several reasons, but also because they don't want to send the message that, yeah, if a game developer as big as Bamco is okay with it, makes it okay, right?
Mhm.
I mean, even if there are caveats, that's the general message that people will assume. Remember when content creators underpay their editors? Now they can generate shit for free. Oh god. You see,
Mhm.
like there's an that you see, Raijin Fox. Like just to add to that, there are proper ways to save budget without screwing someone over. That is why most content creators, they don't always dish out videos. They do YouTube shorts. Less time consuming and less budget. Um, well, yeah, much less budget involved in a YouTube short, but it's still very viral. It will still get you some money.
All right.
So see, there are alternatives that will not screw people over.
Mhm. It's just all in a matter of just like always making sure that before you make these big decisions, like always consider the small guy. Never forget about the small guy.
Yeah.
You know, editors, artists, musicians, the ones that make a product, the ones who create it from the ground up. Really value them. People like myself have been doing music for years. A lot of people out there have been making art for years. It's really in practice. It's valuable. It's time. Time is money, like what everybody would say.
Yeah.
And yeah, invest on them.
The thing is that this is also fucking over big guys, not the small ones too. So if people are being put out of work because of shit like this, people are gonna lose their mind. I mean, I did mention it earlier, Kappa, with High on Life. If one person can make a game like that successful, with chunks of it just being AI, what's gonna stop big developers from doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
And at the cost of laying off more than 50% of their working staff. Are you an artist? Yeah, we don't need you. Are you a voice actor? Yeah, we don't need you. We just need the programmers and the animators, that's it. What's stopping them from doing that?
What's stopping them to
Literally
even...
nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Mhm.
Literally,
Exactly.
quite literally nothing. Why? Is it illegal? No, not yet.
No.
Well, how's the reception of High on Life? Pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the controversy, it's still pretty fucking good. People are still eating that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's very concerning. That's why even if it's out of spite, I hope I'm proven wrong. That High on Life is the first and the last to use AI imaging and voice acting as actual assets in the game. I hope it's the first and last we see. But I'm not gonna be fucking surprised at all if that's not gonna be the first, if that's not gonna be the last time we'll see that kind of shit in game.
Oh boy.
Like, in my opinion, that is much more embarrassing than, I forgot which game, but the game got Getty images with the watermark still on it. It still had Getty images of like, okay, you know what? At least it's not AI art. That's pretty fucking funny. The watermark was still just barely readable, but you could easily read Getty images. Oh my god, you
goodness.
use stock art.
Oh my. Hey, that's legal, you know, to some extent. Still gotta pay for it though.
It's already happening in all industries right now. The amount of layoffs here in Japan is insane because restaurants started implementing robot servers. Ah, yes. Heard
Okay.
about that.
Mm.
But AI still isn't perfect.
It's not.
Will a robot get your order wrong? No. Will a robot be able to note though that there is an obstruction right in front of it? Depends on the robot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It might just try to Skyrim a set of stairs instead of climbing it like an actual person. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Actually, come to think of it, right? We're talking about the robots and stuff like that. I think, you know, you can never replace. Sorry, my sister is also like in the whole hospitality thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can never replace
Oh,
a
no, you
decent front door concierge.
You can't.
You know,
can't.
you can't.
And
You know,
just
the welcoming.
to add to
Yeah.
that, Regent Fox, just to add to that, something I'd like to put out there. When it comes to robots or AI doing a quote-unquote better jobs than little flesh-being humans,
Mhm.
are they actually doing a better job? And I would like to direct people's attention to CGI stuff that we see in anime, games, and in movies. They stick out like a sore thumb.
Mhm.
They stick out very, very badly. That if this was drawn and animated by a person, you would easily tell the difference. And as much as I as much as I love Fire Emblem Three Houses, I hate the CGI cutscenes. They blow. They suck. It's very obvious that it was CGI.
Mhm.
I don't know how much cheaper it was to do that, but oh my god, did I absolutely hate it. But the thing is, like, it's concerning because is it bad enough to stop me from buying the next Fire Emblem game? Unfortunately, no. But I'm not gonna shut up about it, though. Like, yeah, I am not going to shut up about it.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh,
I think the next Fire Emblem game is gonna use some CGI in its cutscenes. I'm still gonna, like, piss on it. I'm still gonna like, oh yeah, this game could have been perfect, which I really doubt. No game is perfect, but I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna take like 2-3 points out of this score of this game because I fucking use CGI. When the CGI
Yeah.
is so fucking bad. Now look, am I supporting robots taking over people's jobs? Absolutely not. But I
No.
would be less insulted by that notion if it actually did a good or a better job than we can.
Mm-hmm.
I will be less insulted by it. Because
Mm-hmm.
if a robot can do a person's job, but incompetently, companies are like, yeah, we're not paying you a wager. We're not paying you a fair wage for proper work, but we will pay for a cheaper robot worker that does a worse job than you. Like, so you really weren't gonna pay us for working better.
Mm-hmm.
You just wanted us to do the minimal job, but you would still be very anal about it. Tell us to do a better job, but not pay us to do a better job. That is one of the pitfalls of AI in general. See? It would be much less concerning and insulting if AI and robots could do a better job than we can.
Yeah.
And let's face it, in the art department, in the creatives department, no.
No, never.
Never.
I genuinely believe like anything
Unless
creative. Yeah.
unless it's a meme.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's a meme.
Of course.
Because honestly, like recent movies, not just Marvel movies, but recent movies, they lack so much heart that somebody made an AI make like a plot or a synopsis for a movie, and I'm like, that shit's so stupid. I'd watch that though.
Actually, wait, Inari, that reminds me. Have you heard of the AI written script for an Olive Garden restaurant?
No.
Wait, I'm
Hang on.
gonna look it for you,
It
and I'll
never
read it
is
out
a
for
joke because they never really replaced people. More robots also equal more job opportunities on the maintenance side of things. I mean, yeah, true. There are a lot of things that you wouldn't trust a robot to do.
you. Yeah,
Like even theoretically, even if theoretically you can program a robot to do a heart transplant, I would still trust a doctor instead.
there you go. Wait, here, let me read it out for you.
Okay, I forced a
So-
bot to watch over 1,000 hours of Olive Garden commercials and asked it to write an Olive Garden commercial of its own. Okay.
Hold on, let me read it for you.
Alright.
Olive Garden commercial. A group of friends laughs at a dinner table. A waitress comes to deliver what could be considered food. The waitress says, "Pasta nachos for you?"
Oh no.
We see the pasta nachos.
They
They're
are
warm
and defeated.
and defeated. Friend one, the menu is here. Waitress says, "Lasagna wings with extra Italy." Extra Italy? We see the lasagna wings. There's more Italy than necessary. Friend two says, "I shall eat Italian citizens." Waitress, "Unlimited stick." We see the unlimited stick. It is infinite. It is all. Friend three, "Leave without me. I'm home." Waitress, "Gluten classico from the kitchen." We, the gluten classico, we believe the waitress that it is from the kitchen. We have no reason not to believe. Friend four says nothing. Friend one says, "What is wrong, friend four?" Friend four says nothing. Friend two, "Friend four, what is wrong, friend four?" Friend four smiles wide. Her mouth is full of secret soup. Announcer, "Olive Garden, you're here." Oh, wait, Olive Garden,
when
you're,
you
when
are
you're
here,
here,
You're here.
you're here. Robots cannot replace, AI can never replace.
But you
Creative.
can't deny that that shit's funny as hell.
This
man.
is, I love when it's there, when you're here, you're here. Eats lasagna wings with extra Italy. Oh my god.
Lasagna wings with extra Italy.
We live in a day wherein we have lasagna wings. What even is lasagna wings? Genuinely, this is the first thing that was introduced. There's no Olive Garden in the Philippines, by the way, chat. And like I think it's very important to know that we have zero idea what Olive Garden is, and if this was the first thing I've heard of what Olive Garden is. And quite recently, a few months ago, like when Rev started, that's when Olive Garden opened for the first time. And this is the thing that's in my head when I see it. Oh my god. Gotta give myself some good lasagna wings with extra Italy. It's the best. Anyway,
It's all
I think
fun and games till America decides to let AI fiddle with guns. Oh,
oh boy, no. Oh boy, that's scary.
it is very scary.
Anyway, I think I've said all I have to say for today. Everything I've kind of prepared when it comes to this. But yeah, end of the day, guys, never shut up about it.
Yep.
Never. I'm never gonna shut up about it on Twitter. If I see a content creator out there using AI art, best you know, I'm collecting this information. Never gonna try to call you guys out directly, but you guys exist. I see you there.
So, yeah.
Stop it.
To give a TLDR and to put a bow on this whole thing. So, regarding AI art, number one, is there a proper way to use it? Absolutely. There is a proper way to use AI art. Yes. I honestly believe that. Number two, is it very dangerous? Oh, yes. Intrinsically? No. With how people have been using it nowadays? Yes. Because most people right now are using AI art to replace artists. Sorry, to try and replace artists, which is a fool's game. It's not gonna happen. You just can't. AI art will never be able to replicate a piece of art.
Sure.
Like, look, if there's a quote that sat very well with me when it comes to the nature of art, it's from was it Shia LaBeouf? Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. Anything that moves you is art.
I love Shia.
Yeah, look. Nothing honestly can compare to just typing in a bunch of keywords for AI to give you a piece of art than conversing with an artist on what you want, seeing the sketch, correcting it as needed, and then getting the final product. It's something that AI art cannot give you.
Agreed.
There's just something beautiful about that.
Agreed.
You just can't replicate that. AI art is good for hard reference and inspiration. That's it. Pretty much. AI art is just good for referencing, and that's it.
I agree.
I mean, I have a friend who does. Sorry, chat. Y'all are gonna have to sit through this. I have a friend that does play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV that comes with a free trial up to level 60 that includes the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning expansion Heavensward with no time restrictions, just for referencing.
Wow.
She plays FF14 just to reference poses, action poses, facial expressions, clothing, armor, hairstyle. That's all she uses it for. For free. That's the only reason she plays FF14. But she gets to like experience a really damn good game on the side as well. It's more ethical than AI art. I myself use Vroid for post reference sometimes. Yes, precisely. That's me, Nari. I want the G pose in glam. Yeah. I mean, this is not gonna be about FF14, but people have used FF14 for things outside of it's a game. It's crazy. And it's much more ethical than AI generated shit. Risa just did an UU version. Oh yeah. And of course, it's based. Okay. What else? Yes, how is it a problem? AI art? Like I said, it is a very early young concept very dangerous, and yet people are using it widespread like it's completely safe. It's not. We would all be lying if we said AI art is completely harmless. No. Intrinsically, is it harmless? Yes. Completely harmless? No. Completely harmless constitutes that no matter where or what circumstance it's in, completely harmless. AI art? No. In the hands of someone who has something against artists or fair pay? Yeah. Very fucking dangerous. AI art usage for now mostly is scummy. Precisely my point. Because most people are using it in a very scummy way. Alright. Okay. Blue, any final statements about today's topic before I end it?
Yeah, sure. Closing thoughts for me.
Mm.
Once again, it's all about the ethics, right? AI art, deep down inside, not intrinsically wrong. But please, if you're a content creator, if you're making any money out of your content, or if you're just, it's stealing.
It is.
Okay?
Because
Stealing.
most
It's not
we
yours.
we have to clarify, most AI art that is used properly does not boost their assets from other artists. The one that we are against are the ones that, well, steal from artists.
Exactly. In the end of the day, I'm gonna let you guys on that note, I'm gonna let you guys know how it feels in the artist's perspective, right?
Go ahead. I'm pretty
Imagine
sure he
being
has...
paid. Imagine being paid for a gig, and they tell you, "We'll pay you with exposure." Done.
Actually, that is a very good metaphor.
That's what I always had to go through with all my gigs back then when I was being a live musician, and it pains me that that's the only thing they can pay me with. Exact same thing on what you guys try to do with artists.
You want me to
with
tell you
AI
a funny
art.
story that Brother Nari shared recently?
Mm.
See, Brother Nari is a DJ.
Oh, is he? Okay.
And he was supposed to get a gig for New Year's. And he was like, he has a very good portfolio, very good background. And he is still charging like most clients, especially when they are in the same community or like familiar with his clique. His standard like starting talent fee,
Which is?
well, I'm not gonna disclose.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I'm not
sorry.
gonna disclose how much.
Mhm.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to get him as a DJ for New Year's because they know his background, where he has performed. And to give you guys an idea, he has performed in other countries, Europe, Japan.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty good DJ. And in pesos, for one night, they wanted to pay him 10,000 pesos.
Okay, that's a lot.
No, that's very little.
Oh, well, that's a lot for me, but okay, yeah, that's
That
very
is very little.
for his caliber, yeah, for sure.
You know, because his starting fee is way higher than that, and gigs from other countries were more than happy to pay him for that.
And of course, he had to say no.
He did say no.
Good. He knows his worth.
He knew his worth.
That's good.
He knew his worth.
That's good.
So yeah. Like, again, remember, artists are worth shit. And again, like, so exposure?
Nah,
I
I
don't
ain't
know.
paying the bills.
I can't eat exposure.
That ain't buying me milk. That ain't buying me eggs. That ain't buying my breakfast for the next morning.
And that's not Rates for the creative field and the PH is fucked. Dude, I think the most insulted industry in the Philippines is the creative industry.
Oh fuck yeah, 100%. That's a topic for a different day.
Yeah, it's a topic for a different day, yes.
Hmm. That's a topic for a different day.
Look, it's not even just because of the industry itself here, but it's culturally like that way. Right, Fox? I'm pretty sure you know.
Yep.
It's, yeah. For Filipino standards, I have the utmost respect for creatives. I didn't say artists, creatives. That includes artists. Creatives.
Mhm.
The average family here will shit on you for being a creative.
True.
And I would just like to remind these shitheads that one of the lead artists for The Last of Us 2 is a fucking Filipino.
Never undermined.
We
creatives.
could have had him here helping the local gaming scene make a good local game, but no. Because culturally and industry-wise, we just shit on creatives, he had to look for greener pastures elsewhere.
I'm sure.
And I can't blame him.
Can't blame him.
I can't blame him.
There's a lot of examples for that, I'm sure.
Remember,
way too much.
Remember we had a chess grandmaster?
Yeah.
Yes, we had a chess. We have a chess grandmaster because he's still a grandmaster right now. He's never going to play under the Philippine flag.
Mm-hmm. He's playing under the USA.
He's playing under
and
the
that's
USFA.
Understandable.
And again, can't blame him. I'm not gonna call him a traitor. If
No,
anything, I'm gonna
definitely not.
you are a good example of why we need to change.
That's okay. 100%. Quite honestly, this would be an amazing another topic because like I want to go deep on that one too.
Oh,
because there's a lot
am I gonna
Filipino culture, right?
what?
Are we gonna schedule you?
What am I gonna call it? Like we need to shit on Filipino culture on how it perceives creatives.
Oh, that's a beautiful topic. I'd love to grind that down because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to that.
Sure, why not?
Fuck it, let's go.
One of the next episodes. Don't worry, I found a nicer, quote unquote, nicer alternative to what I said for a title for the topic.
Mhm.
The problems of being a creative in the Philippines.
Oh boy, I think we can tag along Mari and Goth for that.
Oh yeah.
That's such a cool idea. All right. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I first started my work,
Mhm.
my early days of work, like there was this client that asked me for like just a basic edit for their poster. They just wanted like they showed me like I want this style of font and this style of blocking for the. They asked me how much would it take. I mean, when do you need it? In 2 days. I'm like, okay, I'll charge you 4,000 for it.
Wow.
They're like, what? I'm like, take it or leave it. And the insulting part is that I know the guy.
Man.
So he didn't pay me. A few days later, I saw his poster
Oh no.
because he posted it on Facebook,
Oh no.
and the comment section was eating it up.
Oh
Who the
no.
fuck made your poster? I'm like, not me.
Not you. Why did it turn out? Oh my
It
god.
reminds me of
Okay.
that bicycle meme. You know, he sticks the stick on his own wheel.
Mhm.
And
Oh
trips
yeah.
over.
Fuck it. Blames the wrong guy.
Blames
Love that.
another person. Exactly.
Yeah. Not himself, but he's the one who
Himself
stuck that on the spoke.
You like, I was even like, dude,
Yeah.
this kind of work, like, ain't exactly what I would call easy. I can do it in 2 days. You are paying me to do this in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted it in a week, friendship fee, 1K. It's not that egregious an edit, but it still takes some time. And like, if you want me to do it with proper quality in a week, oh yeah, 1K. That's my friendship fee. But you said you wanted it in 2 days. That's the fee I'm giving you. It's like, dude, that's too expensive. I'm like, good luck finding somebody else.
And this kind of tight cut.
And didn't find someone else.
Oh boy.
But I did message them before I like burned the bridge. I messaged them. Learned your lesson? Question mark.
Did he reply?
Last seen 2017. I burned the
bridge. Beautifully burnt bridge.
Last
I like
seen
that.
2017. I burned the bridge right there. I'm like,
damn.
And to my knowledge, he still hasn't learned his lesson. To my knowledge, he still hasn't.
Well, he's never gonna learn until he actually owns up to it.
Well, actually, I should know better. Because at one point we applied for the same job.
And you got it?
I got the job.
He didn't.
He didn't.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. That is his life, just trying to like give you the whole, revenge is best.
Creative trifecta. Quality plus time, efficient, pricey. Quality plus cheap, needs time to finish. Cheap plus fast, quality not guaranteed or consistent. Fair, yeah.
Very fair.
That is, yeah. You want something on time quality, it's gonna cost you. You want something quality but cheap, it's gonna take some time. You want something cheap but fast, can't guarantee it's gonna look good. It's that's really how it works.
Oh boy, wait till you see.
But if you want all three, there is a way to do all three. Do it yourself.
Do it yourself, dingus. You know what? For people who are just too lazy, trust me, there's a lot of sources you can do it online. Canva?
Look,
man,
I use Canva for my YouTube shorts.
Fuck yeah, me too.
I use Canva for my YouTube shorts.
Me too. So easy.
I use it for my YouTube shorts, and like again, in my opinion, you look at Mari, quality model in a good amount of time, and she didn't spend much because she did it herself.
Exactly.
She did her model herself. So the only
probably
thing
one
she
of the best looking ones.
The only thing she spent on arguably was the equipment and the lessons to make it. Maybe she even got most of her lessons from like free video tutorials.
100%.
These are the motherfuckers who don't know they're possibly yeah.
Wait till we give examples eventually of
like
absolutely
honestly,
rushed art.
Like my rigger for my model, he's been still getting commissions because like he hasn't changed his price, but his quality is consistent.
Agreed.
And I give him nothing but praise. I remind him that all of you guys really love the animation of my model and the ear wiggle, and I tell him that they love it, and I remind them that you were the one who rigged it. And yes, he's going to be the same rigger for my 2.0 model. Alright. Okay, let's wrap this up. Yeah. Thanks again, Blue, for being my guest for the 30th. My God, 30 episodes of Shrine Talk.
Always, man. Always an honor.
Our 30th episode of Shrine Talk. It's the last episode for this year, and this is also going to be the last stream of this year because Filipino plus Christmas season. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Very stressful, but at the same time, sometimes a good thing.
I got family obligations and stuff, but I'm glad to answer them because it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next time I'll see you Foxtrots on stream is next year. But y'all will still see me active on my Discord and on my Twitter. And if you haven't followed my Twitter, there it is. And if you want to join us Foxtrots on the Discord, there ya go, right there.
Yay!
Special surprise super announcement. In the next coming days, y'all will see a teaser image of my 2.0 model.
Hey yo, let's freaking go.
Well, not really teaser image, a teasing sketch. A teaser sketch.
Oh,
so please look forward to
nice.
that. Okay. Of course, though, I would like to give a special shout out to one particular person. She was the first ever guest of this talk show, and again, like, I did not know her that much. I was literally just I was just another viewer on her chat. Kindly give her a follow. She hasn't been active recently because of academics and whatnot, but she was willing to give me a shot. Was my first guest, and the first episode went really well. Like, again, we had no direct prior interaction, but she was more than willing to give it a shot.
That's neat.
So yes, because of her willingness to, it gave me like that mentality where, hey, if I build a good enough rapport with a streamer, maybe I can. That means that they probably will be inclined to join me for a talk show for a topic they might like. So yes, Noi, thank you so much for being my first ever guest in this talk show.
Aww.
You made it possible for this talk show to get this far, and it's still gonna go further, but you started it. You gave me a shot, and because of you, I was able to bring it as far as it is now. So thank you so much.
Congrats on your 30th, dude.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. I do want to raid someone today, though. Let's see. Oh, Unagi is playing Tekken.
Hey, Lamau.
We know what we gotta do. All right.
Gotta do it.
Yep, we gotta do it. She did 5 electrics in a row last night. Yes,
what?
She did 5
off stream.
Off stream. She did 5 electrics in a row last night.
Oh my
off stream.
goodness.
So it's she's getting a lot scarier now. There is the raid message, Foxtrots. I will see you all next year. But don't worry, I'll still be around on Twitter and on Discord. Sayonara otsuyoka deshita. Well, oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot. Blue. Red carpet is temporarily yours. Do you have any any shout outs you need to do, or like, I'm gonna stream on this day, blah blah blah?
For myself, we'll be streaming again tomorrow.
Nice.
But the rebrand, I don't know. I hope we don't clash, but but sometime next year we'll be doing that. Crust versus Snow Crust, it will be on hold. The tournament for Crust versus Snow Crust will be on hold for a while, but until by January, that will be it will probably be on January. But aside from that, I'm greeting everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes.
We'll definitely see each other. Love to see growing with everybody here right now. And yeah, with that said, thank you, Inari, for inviting me over.
Yep.
No to AI art. Keep the voice loud. And yeah, thank you.
All right,
And
we'll
thank you for making me my 30th.
Yes. We'll see you all in our respective streams. Mine being next year, Blue, well, in the next few days and whatnot, literally tomorrow. We'll see you all next time. Sayonara otsuyoka deshita. Watashi no heishin ni kite kurete hontou ni koue desu. Arigatou gozaimashita. Good evening, good night, and have a good day, my precious Foxtrots. I will see you all next year. Inari taking a break until 2023? No, I'm celebrating until 2023, so I literally have no time for streaming, Teresa. It's a Filipino thing.
Y'all have a good one.
Yes. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, y'all.
Maligayam Pasco.